Fala pessoal, tudo certo? Sejam todos muito bem-vindos a mais um vídeo aqui no Barba TV. Quarta-feira tendo vídeo, coisa esquisita, mas tá um motivo bacana. Tiveram algumas boas adições recentes no GamePass, eu já ia mandar um Games with Gold maroto. Então a gente vai conferir hoje What Remains of Edith Finch, basicamente esse é o nome do jogo, se eu acertei. Eu li algumas coisas, falando, o jogo é bom, história envolvente, uma coisa diferente. Não sei muito do que se trata, vi só essas impressões de algumas pessoas. Então eu estou aqui para conferir. Nós estamos nessa pressão de qualquer tecla, eu resolvi começar a partir daqui o vídeo, porque eu não sei se vai rolar uma intro, se vai rolar alguma coisa. Então, vamos pressionar. Eu fiz bem em começar.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Tá bom.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms. Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Eu não posso pegar.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Ixi.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know, or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Eu vou por aqui ou eu desço ali?
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
O servo foi embora. Tá.
The truth
Depois a
is,
gente vê.
even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to. The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
O Milton sumiu.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house. I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me. Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11. The power had been turned off the night we left. For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one. Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly. Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Edith told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Que coisa bizarra.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive. Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Tá bom.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edith told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank. The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Dei a volta no primeiro andar. Tamanho do fogão, cara.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes. My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin. As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of. The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Mano, tem muita coisa que eu não tô entendendo aqui, mas tudo bem, vamos lá.
Whenever people ask me about my family,
The first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it. Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left. Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947. I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Louis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan, but I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Tá, o que eu tô perdendo aqui para continuar?
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Peixinho.
I kept eating and eating. I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her. And suddenly, I was a cat.
Como assim, cara?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. I jumped and I almost got her.
Ô, gato tonto.
I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Cara, eu não consegui falar muita coisa até agora, porque eu simplesmente não tô nem entendendo o que tá acontecendo.
His face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger. A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. Then suddenly, I was a shark.
Meu Deus.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seeds.
Foca é mais difícil de pegar, cara. Tubarão é meio ruim de controlar. Mano, que coisa bizarra.
Grabbed on tight, but I was so hungry. Jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Que brisa louca.
Now I was a monster and I smelled people everywhere. I was big and I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Mano. Volta.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And to cross the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
A menina já virou uma coruja.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe. I got closer and closer. All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to be, and we both know I will be delicious.
Tá. Esse é um dos problemas.
I'm not sure if I
Descobri.
believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Então eu fiz o rolê da Molly. Tecnicamente eu tenho que fazer o rolê de toda a família. E até chegar nela, né? Que é a Edith. Então eu comecei na Molly, acho que uma das primeiras, né? 37, aí veio o pessoal e tal. Já que teve o Jim ali, né? 880. A Ed 1917. Cara, eu assim, nada contra e tal, mas jogos só de narrativa me cansam um pouco. Que não desenvolve, toda hora que não desenvolve, toda hora que você fica só nessa, lê e anda e algumas coisas não fazem sentido, ainda não fizeram sentido pra mim. Mas tá aí, esse é o comecinho de What Remains of Edith de Finch. Tá lá no GamePass. Se você gosta desse tipo de jogo, gosta desse tipo de estrutura de narração, de exploração, de história, muito mais do que qualquer coisa relacionada a gameplay, com um ritmo muito mais cadenciado, muito mais lento, em que te prende de uma forma que eu não consegui fazer muitos comentários ao longo do vídeo, vai nessa. O serviço está aí justamente para isso, para oferecer a oportunidade de jogar aquilo que não se entende melhor, mas aquilo que mais variado é possível ter, né? A gente tem aí, vai ter também a edição de Vampire, de Fórmula 1, enfim, tem para todos os gostos, para todos os formatos. Então esse foi o comecinho, primeira quase meia hora. Muitas perguntas mais do que respostas, muito mais silêncio do que falação, mas esse é o jogo. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. O vídeo da quarta-feira, um pouquinho mais lento, tá concluído. Valeu, pessoal, e até a próxima.